In this video, we're going to look at the vertical stabilizer and just basically a general idea about some rivets. And of course, this is Ian here at the Nebraska project. I'm trying to make the vertical stabilizer look like that. And the plans here are helpful. It wants us to do some dome head rivets on the rudder later on, buck rivets on the rudder where it attaches to the vertical stabilizer trailing edge. So let's go over and take a look and notice this picture here. I think the newer ones have a complete sheet all the way back, but this one has a basically a preformed bent sheet here, and then another sheet that I cut out, and then there's the rudder. So there's a rivet line kind of mid-field here in addition to the trailing edge. So if we go over and take a look, I've been really careful trying to measure everything to make sure that I catch all of the rib tabs, or whatever they call those things, on the back side. Because at a certain point you can't see some, and this one here kind of wanted to wander left and right. So this rivet here is just a general blind rivet. I'm not going to use those. They're really, I guess they're used for some things like maybe just fuselage skin, but being major control surfaces, I'm not going to use that. It does say in the plans to use bucked, I think it's a 1/8 dome head rivet. So here we have a dome head rivet that's a bucking style. I'm making this video up really for my friends and people to, see what we're doing over here. And, I know a lot of people kind of laugh at what little I know here, but I'm not a AP or any certified plane builder. But what I'm going to use here is this little guy that looks a lot like the other one. The one in my fingers here, in my hand, is a cherry rivet. This thing was $1.50. Every one of these. Depends on the size. Some of them are $1, but between $1 and $1.50. But it's stronger. And I haven't used one yet, but that's what I'm gonna use on pretty much this whole vertical stabilizer, because you can't get on the back side easily at least I don't know how you do it. I know some people, at a certain point, you just can't get back there. I think I will go ahead and buck the dome head rivets on the trailing edge. Here's our trailing edge right here, and I can get back behind there with a bucking bar to do that. But we'll see how well the cherry rivets go. I'll tell you what, it's hard to beat using a blind rivet or a pop rivet. You basically have a special gun and it just sucks it right on the number. So I've double checked by taking this back and forth, off and on, and I've basically caught every tab on the back side for that rib, this rib here, and of course I did it on both sides. So this should be pretty strong. It's kind of funny, some of my friends are asking when they can have a ride in this plane, and then some of them are being told that they can't ride in it based on maybe their partner's fear factor. So it's kind of entertaining. But really, if you follow the plans, here we got plans here. These things were expensive. I got these the other day. I think they're called turnbuckles. But these parts weren't in the kit because really this Nebraska project that we are working on was probably like the cheapest, almost complete kit in the world. I kind of say that because, we paid $5,000 for it, and a guy in Nebraska was selling it. He was, I think, the 5th owner. And, we got to put it together and finally get it in the air. You know, it came with an old, oh, I don't know, I guess that's is that steel? I don't even know. Wonder what year this was. It came with some old artifacts that are pretty interesting. Here's a trim wheel. This is actually the trim wheel for the elevator trim tab. Made out of walnut. I don't know, I'd like to use that, but I think I've read up that the trim is really pitch sensitive, and I'd like to maybe use the newer system that they sell at the BeDe store. Here's a card. Oh, it's not focusing. Artesian Air. Wonder if this guy's still doing stuff. California. Machining aircraft parts and prototypes. So there were just a lot of different things in the kit that I've kind of just tossed through the whole garage. Built this 16-foot long table, and it's going to definitely be handy. You know, here we have a flap. This is actually the flap that's pre-bent, just like the ailerons were. Yeah, so that's the plan. We're gonna drink some more coffee. We're gonna prep this surface here for disassembly, and then a little bit of final prep. And, oh, here's the bill the other day. Let's look and see how much those cherry rivets were. All right, where are they? Cherry rivet. 1/8 by 0.161. I think that's the smallest size. $1.54 each. They only had 55, so I paid those. Bought them all. Anyway, just random stuff. I'm trying to hide the total price here because I don't want anybody to really start totaling this up. But with a starting price of $5,000, I mean, I figure it's going to be, you know, who knows what it'll be, but it's still going to be an awesome plane, and we are going to be the ones to finish it. I think what I'm going to call this YouTube channel, you know, it's just for fun, but go ahead and try to like it, you know, subscribe, like, and all that business, so we can get a bunch of hits on the YouTube. My kids will think I'm cool. I'm going to call it, I think, probably the aircraft movement area. And I don't know, I was looking at this sign and I was thinking of different names, and every time I'm in this garage, I'm moving the aircraft. And the goal is to get the aircraft to move us later on. We did just sell a Cessna 182, and I already miss it. It was awesome, but true story, you know, we could afford it, but just the annuals, sometimes, you know, we only had it 2 years. Our annual took 5 months for just some little things, and, you know, it was very expensive. And for a long-term thing, for fun, we didn't want to, you know, keep doing that. Awesome aircraft. This will be a little faster. You know, it was actually a Cessna 182 RG, so it had some speed. But this will be equally fast or faster and more efficient. Little smaller engine probably. Don't know exactly what we're going to put in here, but we're looking at choices right now. But this is it. I'm going to spend the rest of the day drinking coffee and practicing some riveting. Till next time.